A life on pause. Ion was not lazy. He was tired. Tired of trying and failing. Tired of dreaming and waking up to the same ceiling. Tired of explaining his struggles to people who only understood success stories. Every morning, his alarm rang at 6 a.m. Every morning, he turned it off. Not because he didn't want to wake up, but because waking up meant facing a life that felt stuck. At 26, Ion felt older than his years. He had big dreams once. He wanted to build something meaningful, to become someone his family could be proud of, to live with purpose. But life didn't move the way motivational videos promised. People around him kept moving forward, jobs, marriages, achievements. He stayed in the same place. Something is wrong with me, he thought. But the truth was simpler and more painful. Ion was waiting for life to change before he changed himself. The silent pressure. Pressure does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers. It whispered when relatives asked, "So, what are you doing these days?" It whispered when friends stopped calling because he had nothing exciting to share. It whispered at night when the room was quiet and thoughts were loud. Ion smiled in front of everyone. Inside, he was drowning. He tried many things. Online courses he never finished. Business ideas he never started. Plans he made only when he felt motivated. Motivation came and went. Discipline never came. And slowly, without realizing it, Ion started believing the most dangerous lie. Maybe I'm not meant for more. The breaking moment. One evening, after another disappointing day, Ion sat alone on the rooftop. The city lights blinked below. Life was happening everywhere, just not inside him. His phone buzzed. A message from his younger brother. "Bye. I got selected. I wish you were proud of me." Ion smiled. Then his eyes filled with tears. He was proud, but he also felt ashamed. Not because he failed, but because he had stopped fighting. That night, for the first time in years, he asked himself an honest question. If my life never changes, will it be because I couldn't, or because I didn't? That question hurt more than any failure. And pain, when faced properly, becomes fuel. A small decision. Change did not begin with a dramatic transformation. It began with a small, quiet decision. Ion decided on one rule. I will keep promises to myself, even small ones. The next morning, he set the alarm for 6 a.m. again. When it rang, his body screamed to stay in bed. But he remembered the rooftop, the question, the shame. He sat up. That was it. No motivation speech, no sudden confidence, just one simple victory. That day, he took a 10-minute walk, read 5 pages of a book, planned his day on paper. Nothing extraordinary happened, but something inside him shifted. For the first time in years, he didn't feel proud. He felt in control. The war within. The hardest battle was not with the world, it was with himself. Some days, Ion felt unstoppable. Other days, he felt like quitting again. Old habits fought back. Procrastination, self-doubt, comparing his journey with others. There were mornings he failed to wake up early, evenings when he wasted time. But this time, he didn't insult himself. He learned another powerful rule. Progress is not perfection. Progress is consistency. Instead of quitting after a bad day, he continued the next day. Slowly, his focus improved. His energy increased. His mind became quieter. He wasn't successful yet, but he was no longer helpless, learning the hard truths. As weeks turned into months, Ion learned truths no one talks about. No one is coming to save you. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is loyal. Growth is lonely. Results come after patience, not before. He stopped telling people his plans. He stopped seeking approval. He stopped blaming circumstances. Instead, he worked silently. Every day, he invested in skills. Every day, he improved just 1%. And that 1% began to compound. The first results. One afternoon, something unexpected happened. Ion received an email, a small opportunity, related to the skill he had been learning. It wasn't big money. It wasn't fame, but it was proof. Proof that effort works. Proof that time rewards consistency. Proof that he wasn't broken. He didn't celebrate loudly. He simply smiled and thought, this is just the beginning. Becoming someone new. Success did not change Ion. Habits did. He was no longer waiting for perfect conditions. He was creating them. He woke up early not because it was trendy, but because it gave him control. He worked when he felt tired because discipline mattered more than mood. He respected himself because he kept his own promises. People started noticing. Something about you has changed, they said. They were right. Ion didn't change his life first. He changed himself, and life followed. The test. Just when things started improving, life tested him again. A project failed. Money became tight. Doubt returned. But this time, something was different. Ion didn't panic. He remembered where he came from. He remembered the rooftop. He remembered the man who couldn't even wake up on time. He told himself, "I've survived worse. I'll build again." Failure no longer defined him. It refined him. The turning point. Years later, Ion stood in the same city, but as a different man. Not rich, not famous, but fulfilled. He had built a life based on effort, not excuses. Discipline, not motivation. Purpose, not comparison. One night, he went back to the rooftop. The same lights, the same sky, but the thoughts were different. He smiled and whispered, "Thank you for not giving up when it was hardest." Your life can change. Life does not change in one day, but direction does. If you are reading this and feel stuck, remember, you don't need confidence to start. You don't need motivation to continue. You don't need permission to change. You only need one decision. I will not quit on myself. And if you make that decision today, your future self will thank you.